Welcome in everybody to the new moon in Aquarius live stream breakdown. Thank you all for showing up today for this glorious new moon explanation. The new moon in Aquarius is coinciding and typically actually coincides with the Lunar New Year in the Chinese zodiac. So we're not only having a new moon in Aquarius, but we're also entering into the year of the snake. Now, for people who may not be aware, when we say snake, the Western part of snake, we have a bad connotation of that. But in every other background or ancient culture, the snake is one of the most loved, sought after, and powerful totems that a person could have. Why? Because it's all about the transformation. If a snake ends up outgrowing their environment, they literally have to shed their skin away, right? And I want to take this analogy to really tie together the beginning parts to this new moon in Aquarius, because as new moon in Aquarius ask us to innovate, ask us to step outside the box, ask us to step into our power and our ability to see the bigger picture and relate to the bigger picture and to grab things from this greater picture and put it down to a science. That's really the energetic that's going on here. So welcome in everybody. I see y'all in here. What's up, Ian? What's up? I am talented, Eva. You know what I'm saying? I know there's going to be some more people coming in here as we go along, but I appreciate all y'all being here. So for those of y'all who don't know, just to give y'all a little bit of context early, right? I'm gonna hop over here. For anyone who's not subscribed to my newsletter, Under the Stars We Wander, sometimes somebody texted the other day and they were like, hey, I haven't seen your YouTube lives in the algorithm. This is how you make sure that you don't ever miss a beat, right? So this is the last one that we just posted. This is the year of the snake. You know, we break it all down. Make sure that you subscribe. Sometimes we put funny things. Sometimes we leave voice notes and just thank yous to the people. So make sure that you pull through for that. And if you don't see this, there's a mini reading queue right now. In this mini reading queue, if we go over this way, is going to be located right over here. So if anyone wants to get a new moon in Aquarius mini reading by the end of this live stream, make sure that you end up grabbing this right now. I'm going to end up showing you what that looks like. And for anyone who ends up just being interested in the astrology program I use, this is Luna. I am an affiliate there. There should be, if there's not a link in the description right now, I don't remember if I did. There will be a link in the description later. And I think it's attached to my YouTube page in general. So if you wanted to get an all-inclusive cloud astrology software, this is what I use. I don't like to tell people to buy things or get things that I don't or wouldn't personally use. I use this literally every day. So just want to give you all that context involved. Make sure that y'all sound off here, by the way. Who's here in this live stream? I know I see a few of y'all in here, but you know, make sure y'all say what's up. I want to know who's here. You know, this is a community day. I'm about to sit here and talk about the new moon in Aquarius and how community is important and all that. I at least want to make sure the community here for it, you know? Ooh, electrolyte water, you know? Eva said the snake is definitely a power totem. I think especially for women shedding skins and carrying forward knowledge. Yo, I love that breakdown of things, right? And the idea even with the snake is like, snake is wisdom, power. If you look at the ancient pharaohs, what they have up there, you know what I'm saying? Ouroboros, a great mention, right? The snake eating its own tail for eternity, right? The infinity of that in that process, right? Ouroboros is Ouroboros, but you're just missing the U after the first O. But you are correct, though. You're still correct. But to get into this new moon as it's energetic, first of all, on the 29th. So January 29th, this is where it's happening, right? Always watch you on my TV. Just picked up the phone to say what's up. It's love either way. Appreciate you for being here, Mimi. But to get into again, well, even if what I'm just doing right now, making sure to say what's up to the community, right? What I think the Aquarius energetic wants us to do is to show us that we have more community and connections to things than we might even think, right? There's this theory. What's the theory called again? It's like everyone is connected, like every 5 people. One second. I want to get the theory that I'm thinking of, right? There we go. So this is what I really think the I really think this is what's trying to be shown and come through during this actual new moon, right? So I'm looking up the definition just to give y'all a little bit of concept, right? So let's hop on over to that. I want to show you all what's going on. So this is what I really think when it comes to the new moon in Aquarius. It just came to me, right? Excuse me. Yes, 6 degrees of separation. So 6 degrees of separation is the idea that all people are 6 or fewer social connections away from each other. As a result, a chain friend of a friend can be made to connect any 2 people in a maximum of 6 steps, known as a 6 handshakes rule. You can look this up yourself, watch a couple of YouTube videos on this in this regard. But the reason why it's so crazy as a concept, right, is that everyone is connected. Yes, it is also a film. There's a film, I think came out in 1993. I just saw a second ago. But the degrees of separation is like you, through somebody you know, may know your favorite celebrity. And this is why I love talking about astrology, because you get to start to see how like all those things connect, right? You might meet somebody for the first time and have no idea that they know, someone that you never thought would ever go out or something like that. They'll be like, oh shoot, who would have thought? That's my like second cousin. Who knows? Like, that's why I'm trying to show you where it's like, if everyone's 6 degrees of separation apart, we live in a connected world. We have AIs dropping every day. They just dropped another one called DeepSeek, which I think is a clapback for the whole TikTok scenario that went down. But in general, like we're at a state where everyone's so connected, but guess what? We are so connected, but we're also facing a loneliness epidemic in the world, right? Or at least I'm talking US particular. If you're someone from overseas and you are relating to this, or there is that's going on in your country, please let me know. I can only speak to what I know and see on a day-to-day basis. But I do want to at least explore that process as well, right? Now, 6 degrees of separation, new moon, everyone's connected but doesn't feel connected. So what do we really do? Well, here's the real kicker about this new moon in Aquarius. I'm going to be so transparent with y'all. I know they are on their whole oligarchy, NWO, if you know, type of situation. And it really takes for us as a people in the collective to join with one another to make real and genuine and authentic connection, right? So, best birthday. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to Amanda Tilly. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Happy freaking birthday. Happy birthday to all the Aquarians. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. At least, Amanda, you have a birthday song that's called January 28th, actually. So it's by J. Cole before we all booed him for losing the beef. But it was a great song. Love it. It's one of his classics. It's on the classic album. You should check it out. Does it go down to 4 if you're in LA? Yes, low-key. Yeah, because so let's actually use it as an example. It's actually a good question. So, Ava mentioned, does it step down to 4 degrees of separation when you're in LA? It's like kind of, because everybody knows everything. Same thing with New York. There are certain places where I think the 6 degrees of separation get definitely tighter. But in general, even if you're in the middle of nowhere, there's still 6 degrees of separation, right? Even if you meet somebody briefly, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, even if you briefly meet somebody, that still counts. But you want to know why it's so interesting? Because these are the connections that we don't always think about. These are the connections that we don't always think that we have. But you want to know what they call that in business? When I went to business school and when I went to like marketing and all the other stuff, it's called, as they would say, networking. Now, I hate that word with a burning passion, because networking is just talking to another person, seeing if y'all get along or have common interests. But networking makes it all corporate-y and not connection-based. And that's the opposite route that this Aquarius new moon wants to get us in, so to speak, right? So, what does all this mean so far? Where do I want to go with this? Let me actually tap into the astrology just so I can show y'all what is happening. And for you all to know, let me make sure that I drop the link as well. I don't think I sent the link out for the live stream. I just got back from being busy. But for anybody who does want to get a live stream, I just pinned it over into the comment section. And if you're watching this after it has aired, it should be down in the description. If you missed a mini reading and you're watching this a year from now, I don't know why you're here, but hi, what's up? Watch some newer stuff. It's probably cooler. Anyway, but we're great right now. So let's dig into this a little more. Now, what do I want to talk about? Let's get into Luna real quick. Do y'all still hear? Y'all should still be able to hear me, but y'all can't see me though. Let me change that. One sec, y'all. How do I do this? Yes, click this, click that, boom. Oh my God, what is this? This is the stuff I normally do before I get on. These screams. Oh my, what am I doing? See, this is the new moon in Aquarius. We're just gonna do the rest of it like this. Actually, here's what we're gonna do. Let's get whimsical with it. All right, so the world is upside down, but so am I. Now, now here's the real kicker, right? I'm gonna keep it like this. I apologize for whatever Virgo I'm pissing off right now, but the Aquarius energetic that we're dealing with and we're seeing with all of this right now, right? This over here is an Aquarius stellium, right? In astrology, there's a lot of argument sometimes between what is a stellium. Is it 3? Is it 4? Well, guess what? This is 4 anyway. So at the end of the day, we have 4 planets in the sign of Aquarius, right? And what's Aquarius? The topsy-turvy one. As a matter of fact, its co-ruler Uranus is the only planet that has a backwards rotation than everything else. Everything else kind of goes, over to the right, whatever. Uranus is like, I'm going to go whatever which way I want. And that's another side to this Aquarius energetic, right? So let's look at the players here. We have Pluto, which is literally bringing in this huge 20-year cycle that I have not shut up about. So if you haven't heard me talk about it, you haven't been watching long enough, and you should check out some more videos. The next thing I want to talk about is Mercury in Aquarius, right? Which just shifted in, if I'm not mistaken, 2 days, yesterday, like last night, low key. Now, Mercury in Aquarius is doing what? It wants you to embrace your free thinker. I'm going to explain something to y'all real quick, right? And it doesn't matter what side of the fence you're on about any of this. I just want to really break this down. Your greatest idea of what you think the world should move into is going to combat with what other people think as well. But the real part and the real kicker to this Aquarius thing is that if you stick strong enough to your vibration, if you speak on the ideas you actually have, you naturally and organically attract the people that are coming to you. How do I know this? Take literally myself as an example. The amount of like random people I've talked to, situations, just all walks of life. And then you start to learn more. And as you learn more, you get to communicate with more people. You get to learn how to communicate with a grand group of people, right? The more people you talk to, the more people that you get information from, the more worldly you seem, right? Some people claim that they find me very intelligent and handsome and riveting. No, but honestly, all jokes aside, I'm not joking, but the other part is a joke. But what I can say is that getting into, again, this Aquarius energetic though. I just clicked the wrong thing. Here we go again. Oh, nope, one more time. Oh wait, buy this. There we go. Look at the universe doing its thing. Okay, now I'm backwards again. But the sun and moon are also in the sign of Aquarius. And the only connection that we have in terms of this new moon that's really sticking out to me as far as a direct line is with Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, right? When Jupiter first went retrograde, or just in general, right? Jupiter in Gemini has been the rise of the podcast, right? The way that we have seen and really like kind of like understood like the idea of like the podcast and people really getting themselves into positions to speak on what they think. And now there's podcasts about everything, right? There's podcasts about this. I worked on a podcast for like most of my summer this last year, right? I hated it, but I worked on it, right? And the idea behind well, I just don't like podcasts. I'm the anti-podcast. That's the point of these classes. It's like, you can listen to it like one, but whatever, you know? I grew up with a family in radio, so I'm just like, also like, man, whatever, y'all. All this to say, this Aquarius energetic wants you to think outside the box. And the people that have been thinking similarly to you are going to start to really pull into your world. What's up, Giovanna? How you living? Oh, what's good, Art? What's up? Brown Sugar as well. Hey, okay, we got some people in here. That's what it's about. And I'm really happy because this is about community. You know what I'm saying? And not that cliche part of community where people are like, oh, this community. It's like, how many people you know in your life you could talk to about astrology? Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, how often, excuse me, how often can you sit there and talk about astrology like on a day-to-day basis? Probably not. I know I didn't find nobody. That's why I ended up going and working the internet, seeing people. There are people from all across the world who have like helped me tailor the ideas that I've had, or like the way that things move. You know, I'm not a traditional astrologer. I've studied traditional astrology, but I think a lot of things have changed in the world. And so I do my best to change along with it. And I think this is the Aquarius vibration, right? The Aquarius vibration is, how do we adapt? How do we change? How do we reinvent? Yeah, the wheel is great, but the wheel isn't the only thing. There's going to be something else. There has to be something else. There has to be an innovation. There has to be something that goes against the grain of what's been regular. And guess what? The world that you knew before this Pluto in Aquarius is dead. I hate to break it to you. It's gone. It's done. It's done. The people that have been rocking with you are rocking with you because they're rocking with you. Anybody that you've been like, oh, I wonder if they're whatever, they're probably not. Because guess what? You need to open up the room during this new moon in Aquarius to find the relevant soulmates in your world, and to stop trying to get the people who haven't been for you to move in your direction. I don't think this is a personal thing. I don't even think I'm like trying to do that, but like the way that people have been so, you know, I think in general, like some people, not everybody, obviously, but some people are so like entitled to other people's time. You know what I'm saying? Like they're entitled to other people's energy, so to speak. This Aquarius vibe is like, no. I'm in my own energy. I'm in my own space. I'm mastering my own genius, but how can I get along with people who complement that part of my genius? Or maybe they challenge part of my genius, but it's productive. It's constructive. We're going back and forth about things to like make something different, rather than we're going back and forth about things just to argue. There's a need, there's a source, there's a knowledge that's being sought, right? Giovanna said I'm their favorite wizard. Let me stop. I appreciate you. Something like that. I can't deny too much. I'll just nod and say thank you. Facts. The upside down is cool. Of course you'd like the upside down, Ellen. I appreciate you. How's the party going? It's going. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our thing. Oh, yeah. There's been a lot of ego deaths and realizations. I have a question for you. Or all y'all, considering, right? So, I don't know about y'all. I'm going to keep it a bug. Since January has started, this has been the longest month of a year that I've seen in a very long time, right? Started off the new year listening to Kendrick Lamar saying he deserved it all, right? Actually, that was my birthday. Take that back. So I started off my birthday with that because that's how I end off my year. My birthday is like my year reset personally. But let's just say, entering into January, I'm listening to like this positive stuff. And I also realized, low key, this was the first year that I didn't do a full breakdown of the year. This was the first time that I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And at first I felt bad about it, but I was like, I feel like this year is going to be too crazy for me to like sit here and try to say I know everything that's going to happen in a year immediately. Now, granted, you know your point, nice. But I was like, there's something off about this. So I don't want to do this. Meanwhile, literally 2 weeks later, my whole city catches on fire. Everyone's fleeing and evacuating. The next thing you know, someone else gets appointed to president. Despite how you feel about him, there's big changes that are occurring. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how we look at it, there are big changes that are occurring, right? Even someone who thought that they were inherently untouchable in terms of their technological bases and their expertise in social media. He is getting checked too by the people, right? The people are checking people. Word. The people are the power. Now, granted, are there kings? Is there rulership? Of course, right? Yeah, absolutely. But what's a king without a kingdom? Human beings in a mob. What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? And what's a god to a non-believer who don't believe in anything? I really wish I made that up on the spot. There's no Church in the Wild by that's Frank Ocean's part. But I really, if I made it up on the spot, ooh. Anyway, gotta give credit where it's due. You feeling words? Eva said, "I'm feeling the rub of these changes and finally making a point to journal the process for the sanity's sake." Speaking on that, this is the premier new moon. If I'm being so real with y'all, this is the premier new moon to make a vision board. Like, make a vision board to like put together how you want to see your future, right? Because Aquarius is the futurist. And what I mean by the futurist is that they're so in the present that they accidentally get glimpses of what's coming up, right? Because a lot of people think Aquarius are like kooky and they're always trying to break the rules and all this other stuff. And no, they're not. Not most of the time. Most of the time, Aquarians are chilling. Most of the time, Aquarians are low-key stoic. They're just doing their own thing. They're doing their own part to life, right? And I think what's really happening in terms of this Aquarius energetic, like, people are really needing to let their truer, how am I gonna put this? Just like they're trying to put their different ideas to the forefront, right? Like, the ideas that you usually get clowned about are the $1 million ideas that people have been having. And it's like, where's my piece of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a second. All these people have been doing that. Well, what about me? Right? And who could blame you? So this is where we get to this other sides of things, right? Let me hop back into astrology one more time to make sure I didn't miss nothing. Just so I could do that. Hey, we're upside down again. Someone's getting confused, bro. Okay, but the other side of this, right? As I'm looking at this, the main other kicker that I really see just in general is not a direct connotation to this new moon, but I just find it so interesting that we're really getting into this Pisces type of stage too. So I want to give y'all this understanding of stuff. This new moon manifestation is very logical. The next new moon that we're having a month from now is going to be very emotional, but these are the two last pieces of logic and emotion before we enter into the real new year of 2025, which is the beginning of Aries season that happens on March 20th or 21st every single year. So to kind of get this summed up to a certain extent, right? The new moon in Aquarius wants you to really like step into your community and wants you to step up as a community leader. If you're a community leader, it wants you to get involved with something that you really care about. It wants you to innovate, right? Are you into AI? Have you checked it out? Are you too scared to? The Aquarius will hesitate to get into the newest thing just because they don't want to bandwagon stuff. But you're not an Aquarius. Hop into this, right? Learn about this stuff. This stuff is not going away. It's not going away. Like, you need to know more than less in this upcoming future, because your knowledge of the things that you like truly care about and your spiritual sovereignty are going to be the key components for this next 20 years with this Pluto and Aquarius. And how can you really get along with people when you never show up as yourself? How? Tell me. I would like to know. Shoot, for me, it's been getting comfortable in my villain era, so to speak, and enjoying the solitude until the rebirth season. I love that, Three Bears. And that's what's really funny when it comes to that too, right? Is that I think if there's any sign I can give the motif of I'm in my villain era too, it's Aquarius. Because Aquarius is the master at being devil's advocate just for the sake of expanding deeper thought. An Aquarius will sit here, or energetic person, your moons and risings, y'all are not exempt. Y'all will sit there and do whatever you can to challenge the status quo in how people think. Not because you're just trying to be a jerk, not because you want to get people out of their power, because you're like, yo, if you really believe in this shit, show me shine. You know what I'm saying? If you really believe in this shit, show me a little shine. I'm trying to see what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Now, but genuinely speaking, all jokes aside, there is this like energetic that pops up and runs through there like that as well, right? So let's change gears. Right? What does innovation mean to you? Do you consider yourself smart? Are you bold enough to consider yourself a genius in this world? Are you? I wrote something earlier. It was kind of profound. I ain't gonna lie. I want to actually read it off because I'm not gonna say it the same way. So I'm just gonna find this. Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's okay. It happens every time. I'll be working fast. Appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks for sticking with me. Make sure you get a mini reading. We're going to be going in about that in a second. Okay, cool. Let's get it. So I'm going to show you this. Hey, this is my threads. If you want to see me yap, or if you like when I yap, I might yap some more. So go follow me here, I guess, right? So here's what I was getting at about this though. This one right here. I said the new moon in Aquarius weaves with the year of the snake to ignite a rebirth in the depths of our hearts. Aquarius dreams of revolution, while the snake totem guides us to shed what no longer serves. Pluto's presence deepens the call. Let go of fear, embrace change, and build a future aligned with your truth. The world shifts when we dare to evolve. There is no future without change. You weren't made to dim your brilliance in a universe this vast. Open your mind. Thank you. I'll be here all week. You literally, because I usually work from here. Anyway, but that's my like actual put together kind of quick blip of what this new moon in Aquarius is getting at. Hope that you all are on the same page in terms of everything. But yeah, that's pretty much the basis of this. There's not a lot of astrology going on outside of this big stellium and such like that. But yeah, at least wanted to break that down. I'm also very tired and on the ill ends of the caffeine intake that I've had today. So I'm going to be probably getting into the mini readings a little bit quicker than normal, just because I want to make sure I honor the energy of that. I'm about to take a hot second because it's also mad warm in here. I'm wearing a turtleneck, but it's the turtleneck and chain combo because that's what an Aquarius would do. Because I just picture like the old school Aquarius, just like, oh, me? You don't even know. Why would I talk to you all? I'm watching everybody. I'm people watching. That's Aquarius a lot of the time. I love y'all though. I joke at y'all because I love y'all. Chat is crashing. I did not start crashing out. I almost did. Yesterday. I chose not to. I have learned peace. Actually, take that back. If it wasn't for the people who reached out to me, if it wasn't for my community, if it wasn't for the homies that reached out to me when I was like, hey, I low-key feel like I'm about to crash out. Please, somebody tell me some good news in your world. And why did I even feel that way? Because since the beginning of January, it just felt like bad news after bad news after bad news after big struggle after bad news after, oh my God, the television after, like, it's just so much BS. But really what kind of kept me core were some people just being like, yo, things get better. And I was like, you're right. But it takes a village, not just to raise a child, but to heal the inner child that you have as well. It takes multiple people. It takes multiple takes from different people. It takes observations from just different sources. in order for you to really get what that is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're like that, and I'm just talking about some other Aquarians. You have some other stuff in your chart too. We but still, right? Listen to Shaka Khan or Rufus. Facts. Shout out Shaka Khan for real. But I'm about to say something. Oh, I was gonna take a break because I felt my brain stopping for a second. So I'm gonna hop on out. I'm gonna play the BRB thing and make sure that y'all come through and get a mini reading. I'll probably come back, say a few smart things, and then get into the rest of the readings type deal. I am low-key tired today, and I want to use the most of this energy. So let's look to see the chain gleam. Okay, I'm about to be out. See y'all in a sec. Crash out, crash out, crash out, crash. I'm playing this up. Okay. What's good again, y'all? I don't know. Okay. I guess the camera remembers my face. Hello. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me, girl. Anyway, so let me stop. I'm gonna get really sidetracked. I made the fatal mistake today of eating really good food before I went live. So for all of y'all who are in here and understand, I am fighting the itis. And when you're fighting the itis, you're going to get a little silly. So in advance, because I'm not in the Saturn Masterclass. I could joke around a little bit. We're not in the other serious energy. Aquarius gets a little whimsical. So we're going to get a little whimsical. We're going to get a little unique. We're going to get a little bit innovative. We're going to make shit up. But we're going to have a good time. Flip tables type energy. Word to Jesus. Real shit. Y'all did what in my father's temple? That's that guy. Gen C said, I'm very much resisting the urge to isolate. Thanks for showing up. Oh yeah, of course. And it's not to say that like isolation is bad, because sometimes you need to step away from whatever you're dealing with too. Sometimes things get so serious, you do like things get sticky. You gotta step away. Sometimes you're so into something, you might have to take a different pivot. Maybe you do need a little bit of isolation. Now, if you feel like you're too isolated, please go out and do that. But sometimes it plays out in the opposite way. Depends on what's going on in your chart, which is why I love doing readings for people in their entirety. Speaking of, if you've never gotten a reading from me for real, that's what I've been doing. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Like, I want to post more content, But I'm gonna be so honest with you. My readings are getting so fucking profound. Like every different time at this point, that I'm just like, this is what I'm way better at. I'm great at live streams. I'm great at like art and stuff. But when I'm sitting with people one-on-one and I'm like, let me break this chart down, your boy has been putting in work this past 6 years, bro. Like we out here. So just letting you know. Now, granted, for some people, my readings are a little expensive. I'm working on the charts and stuff. I was supposed to redo my website, but then my city caught on fire. So please give me a little patience there. But you know what I'm saying? No, you know, anyone can just pull up. I always want to do people's readings. I'm not gonna lie. If I could literally read for like 4 people a day, every day, just period, I'd be so happy. Cause like that's my bread and butter, truly. Like for as a person, it's taking a lot of work, but it is really what I enjoy the most. And of course, I like doing this other stuff. And obviously, like checking in with y'all is my favorite part of my week most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank you. Y'all have been keeping me afloat for years, just with me helping really bring in some cosmic knowledge in a way that empowers people. And I'm blessed for that. And I don't even think it's like me necessarily doing that. I think it's a greater cause, so to speak. And I just appreciate being the conduit of choice, so to speak, in terms of that. But I digress, right? LOL, we all know you just... Nah, I've been chilling. I'm seriously just like... I promise you, I'm just... If I did, that's a different story. I'm literally just... I ate. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have ate. Usually I'm doing this on an empty stomach. And I was like, oh no. I got raised by Taurus placement people. Food is just one of those things. All right, let me stop being sidetracked. Where are my cards? Okay, so this is about to be... Cards are already falling. They're already jumping out. I barely started shuffling. Here's the card that I was asking. Why is it doing this? It's work. Away. No. Whatever. So we have the High Priestess card, right? That doesn't want to cooperate. But we have the High Priestess card. And what I really think is happening for a lot of people during this Aquarius stuff is that there are downloads there's a lot of downloads that are actually coming through for a lot of people right now, right? And the downloads that you're getting is going to help you break into this Aquarius energy. What part of your life do you have to rebel with, right? Are you rebelling against yourself? Are you rebelling against a cause? Are you rebelling against what your family wanted of you? Are you rebelling against the idea of rebelling? Like there's this need to feel through and see where that's going. And I think that's why we got the High Priestess as a generalization card, is because there's like a lot more than meets the eye in terms of the energies that are happening right now. And you can't see why, but you can feel why. And that's the core tenet of what's happening in terms of this new moon in Aquarius. Also, just to open this up again, I have the Queen of Wands here. I'm gonna move the camera in a second, but we have the Queen of Wands there. And the Queen of Wands is making for people really starting to step into their passion. So yes, do that innovative, creative, quirky, funny, silly thing that you were scared to do before, right? Some of y'all were swearing up and down, oh, this year is going to be my year on TikTok. I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to really do it this year. It's like, are you? Have you tried? Have you started? They only got 60 days left. You should at least get it started. You'd be so surprised about what you could pull off if you really are stepping into what's going on, right? And a lot of people said 2025 is their year. Well, 2025, at this point for me, starts March 21st, because I don't know what the hell happening outside of that, right? But that's really what I'm getting in terms of this overarching energetic, right? Now, I want to make sure to let y'all know one last time, I haven't looked at the mini reading queue yet. Haven't looked at it yet. but I'm going to drop it one more time just for y'all who may not have seen it before. Maybe y'all are just coming in, right? This is the easiest and quickest way to support me. It is at the top pinned thing. This is the homeostasis between, here's a bunch of info and just what's happening with the new moon for you. Obviously, I'm gonna read for the signs in a second, but everyone's chart's different. Everyone built different. And this is where we really get to break down your specific look at that. For any of y'all who have gotten many readings from me, I typically feel like they come true in some regard very strongly from the feedback that I have received. I know some of you are here right now, even, right? Appreciate you all for being here and supporting me for real, for real. Oh, what's up, Bill? How you living? Just got in from driving in a major snowstorm. Everyone stay safe, yo. 2025 fires, snow. There was an earthquake in Maine yesterday. The world's falling apart, which is why it's so important to learn who the F you are. Like, I don't do this astrology shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just do this for, like, this isn't just fun. This is a real mission to get people tapped in to their personal truth. So hopefully these videos get to help a bit. So what do we need to know? New moon in Aquarius, what manifestations, what themes, what are the vibes that we all need to know? I'm going to start off with the air signs. I'm going to start off with Aquarius since it is your sign. We're going to all take it from there. And then I'm going to be doing the mini readings afterward as well. And if you never got a full reading, make sure that you come through for those. And I will be having really specific niche readings coming up as well, because some of y'all be asking stuff. For those of y'all who are super interested, I'm taking 2 more students. If you're curious as to what that looks like, message me, talk to me. It's a wee bit expensive, but it's not that expensive for what I'm offering y'all. So if you want to pull through and learn some stuff genuinely, like you want to learn this astrology for real, like no BS, like you want an astrologer to make you an astrologer. If I really let y'all know what's going on, I don't gatekeep. I do not gatekeep in those scenarios. I do not. I let you know what's up, because that's the power of the truth, and that's how we move the world forward. Speaking of moving the world forward, let's see what's coming up for Aquarius. Bet. Aquarius, y'all have the Hierophant. This works now. Okay, we're just going to do it like this. So you have the Hierophant card. Now, happy birthday season. And on the bottom of this, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Fortune is yours for the taking. And the Hierophant is someone who's sitting in the power of the authority that they know that they've obtained from a higher source, whether it be God, the universe, or for Aquarius, most importantly, just your higher self, right? The secret that most people don't know about Aquarius is that part of their brain is very much connected to their higher self. They can kind of communicate with that higher energy whenever they want. I'm not trying to snitch on y'all too much, but y'all have this different type of relationship to the outside world. And I think what that's really starting to come into fruition with this new moon in Aquarius, like y'all are stepping into that real freak flag. Like it is your next 20 years of life, right? Pluto is calling on y'all to turn up, show us the way, be the wayfinder, show us the innovation. That's what y'all are here to do. And y'all are being blessed to do so. So do your thing, Aquarius. All right, so Gemini. Let's get in for Gemini, right? Gemini, we have the Knight of Wands, word. So in terms of the Knight of Wands, the main thing that I'm getting from this is that on the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Swords. It's not focusing today, but that's okay. I'll just keep it over here. Maybe it'll work. So I have the 5 of Swords, correction. 5 of Swords, Gemini, speaks to like, you might have won, but at what cost? Maybe you did win the argument, but did you win the war? Maybe you did win that scuffle or that back and forth with your friend, but are y'all still, was that worth the friendship? Maybe you got into a little argument with your partner and you won. And you're like, ha ha ha, I beat you at mental fisticuffs. What you're gonna do? But meanwhile, they're upset with you and don't want to talk to you. I think, did you really win? Gemini, I know that you're really reluctant. Correction, not reluctant. I know you have been reluctant prior, and now you want to like show up and show out, but don't pull up too strongly to the point where you start burning bridges from it, right? The Knight of Wands at its best is just going about their own passion. So I would say like my biggest suggestion for y'all Geminis, don't try to bump into other people's passions and tell them how to live, because they're going to only be mad at it. Like Gemini, I know y'all have great ideas. I know y'all have great ideas. I know y'all have great insights. I appreciate y'all as my sister sign, but this new moon is kind of speaking to like sticking to your own lane versus trying to like win over somebody else in theirs, right? Like make up your own thing, do your own dance, and that's what's going to be giving you the best look of everything. So that's going to be for Gemini. This is all for Sun, Moon, and Rising, by the way. I usually forget to mention that first because I've been doing this for too long, so I just forget. I'm not going to lie. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Next, we have Libra. So what's going on for Libra, right? For Libra, hey, stay the course. Libra, y'all have been fighting for an idea. Y'all have been fighting for a thing that y'all just ended up putting into the world. We have this Page of Pentacles here, right? And with the Page of Pentacles, this little light of mine will shine one day. And here's the thing, Libra, defend your ideas. Defend your ideas, defend your mindset, defend your aesthetics, defend the things that you know are most dear to you, because it will pay off better. You kind of staying stubborn about the things that you want to put into your world is actually what's going to be bringing in them with like on a silver platter, you know what I'm saying, for like lack of a better term. So that's something that I wanted to point out to y'all in that regard as well. And that is something that I'm definitely seeing. Cool. So that's going to be for all the air signs, right? Let's hop on over to fire. We're going to do fire signs right now, right? So, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sag. Let's see what's going on for y'all. We're going to start off with Aries and keep it going from there. So, for Aries, what we got for you? Aries, people are starting to see your talent and they want a piece of what you got. Aries, the Three of Pentacles really speaks to this designation of people basically wanting to collaborate, wanting to work with you. Why? Because people are finally seeing like, yo, Aries has always been doing their own thing. You have the Fool card. So it's like, yo, they've always been doing their own thing. They've always been making magic happen. They've always been like going for their dreams and for their goals. Now this Fool card reminder, Aries, is trying to show you that like with the path that you're about to be on has not been walked before. But that's why you're going to do so great. It hasn't been walked before. No one's done that the way that you've done it. No one will even know the mechanisms of why you're doing it the way that you're doing it. But that's the power of you, Aries, knowing that you're pushing the thing forward, knowing that you're still making it happen. That's really what's going on with that. So that's what's going on for y'all. Let's see what's up with Leo. Leo, let's get it. Leo. Oh, Leo, y'all been having cards dropping. Y'all been doing something. All right, Leo. Listen here. Leo, y'all gonna have to stop yearning. I think Leos, y'all have been yearning too long. Y'all have been yearning for a something. And I feel like this is like expectation almost. When I'm getting the Page of Swords here, it's almost like, hey, I'm expecting a partner to come in and fulfill all my needs, right? And it's like, well, why am I not finding the right exact person? I'm looking for all the people. I'm not finding the person that I'm looking for. Is there something wrong with me? No, there must be something wrong with them. Page of Swords is like, yo, like, you are looking outside for something to fix things, when honestly, the call's coming from inside the crib. Most importantly, the call's coming from inside of you. Now, here's what's happening. Leo, I think y'all are learning how to alchemize, or you have to learn how to alchemize in terms of like this energetic piece, right? Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, y'all. But you have to really tap into that energetic piece as well. One thing I'm getting, Leo, in terms of this is with the Temperance card, you learning how to balance that greatest like lion's roar, as well as that emotive world where you are sensitive, where you are sometimes a little insecure, where you aren't always in that full part of your ego. Now, granted, when Leos do pull up, they be proud. You'll be like, wow, look at y'all stunt. But Leo, this is like, yo, take care of that more serene part of you, right? But are you going to frolic? I might frolic. I do be frolicking. I don't care. I be 6'3". I'm tall as everything. Frolicking. I'll skip right now outside. What y'all want to do? I'm beautiful. What y'all want? Now, the idea of this, right? For real. Leo. This feels like frolicking energy, kind of. Honestly, maybe that is what Leo needs to do. AW, you might have just put on Leo. Leo, are y'all frolicking? When was the last time y'all frolicked? Because this right here looks like someone who's yearning too hard to remember that the frolicking of your own world will bring you so much more joy and bring you so much more peace. Leo, you don't need nobody else to fulfill you. You don't need anybody else to make you whole again. I'll keep it at that. Remember who you are. Like Mufasa said in the sky. I guess this will be my Mufasa reference. Mufasa. Pop Marley. Okay. So, Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius. Sag, we have the Judgment card, right? Things are about to change. Whenever I see the Judgment card, it's like, this is the Deus Ex Machina. For those of y'all who don't actually, I can just look stuff up and explain it like that. Wow. The power of technology. Deus Ex Machina. No, I don't want the place. I want the thing. Okay, cool. We're here. Now, this is a Deus Ex Machina, right? It's called God from the Machine. That's the concept. It is a plot device where a seemingly unsolvable problem in a story is suddenly or abruptly resolved by an unexpected and unlikely occurrence. Its function is to generally resolve an otherwise an unsolvable, I don't feel like the full words, plot situation to surprise the audience, to bring the tale to a happy ending or act as a comedic device. Now, what do I mean by this? When I see the Judgment card, why am I mentioning Deus Ex Machina? Because there's going to be something that comes in from out of nowhere. And to be so fair with y'all, Sash, it's going to be probably from a very Venusian lady or a Venusian energy. This is a goddess, queen type energetic that I think is going to be kind of like helping you through this larger transformation, right? Like there's this, the Judgment card here is like really trying to get you to like step into your power, honestly. Like that's the biggest part and plot that I'm getting from this, right? There's something else pulling up though. So yeah, you're leaving behind, Sad. You're leaving behind this fear. You're leaving behind this fear of like, I think what's going on with Sag is that the fear of lack that you've been having is going to be changing because of the Judgment card, and then you're about to step into abundance. So actually, I think you might be the Empress in this case, Sag. How are you embracing your Empress energy? Because with these big changes, with you leaving from more despair, right? I think Sag, we've been going through it, you know what I'm saying? Leaving that despair, you got to remember what makes you great, what makes you beautiful, what makes you talented, what makes people drawn to you. As you remember that for yourself, so does the world. Okay, water signs. Yeah, it's water signs. Okay. Woo. Appreciate y'all for rocking through with me. I have not checked the mini reading queue because I don't know where my phone is, to be honest. We ball. Okay. All right, water signs. Let's get it. Water. Cancer. We have the Justice card because it's just us against the world. Nah, but the Justice card for real is one of those circumstances to where you have to really know that like your emotional world is kind of predetermining and prejudging people already, right? This is an intuitive hit I'm getting right now. The reason why I'm saying this is because the Hermit card underneath this is sacred and hidden knowledge. And Cancer, y'all are the real emotive magicians. I don't even know if that came across right. Y'all have like this uncanny ability, so to speak, right? To really delve into the feelings behind that people are trying to show you. And what I think is going on with y'all Cancer is that like, y'all are finally able to like gel that in. People are looking for you for some of that emotional relief, right? And with the Justice card, you just have to know who's worth helping and who's worth stepping away from, right? You know how there's some people where it's like, oh, I would love to help you out. And then there's other people who are expecting you to help because you're just good at the thing and like, oh, you should be there because I'll leave that alone. Only go for where you're called to and towards, not for who's trying to force you to do something or the other, because then the Justice card on that end will probably screw over who's pressing you too much versus anything else. I hope this gives you more context into the energetics that's going on right now, right? Okay, this is for Scorpio. Scorpio, look, I don't know if y'all scheming on Aquarius because I got the Hierophant for them. But Scorpio, I did get the Lovers and I accidentally pulled two, but I'll go with it. It's the Lovers card and the Hierophant card, right? Scorpio, I think y'all already started your Buck Nasty World Tour of smashing and dashing. I think last month. As I pulled for Scorpio, I was like, oh, they're at it again. The Scorpios are Scorpioing. Good for y'all, right? The reason why I wanted to say it this way though, and like to make the light of the joke, so to speak, is that like Scorpio, y'all are relearning that like part of your divinity kind of comes from like a certain brand of debauchery. I'm not going to front. Like something with Scorpios, like they do things that they feel like, oh man, this is seemingly dark, or some people would be ashamed of. Scorpio, you do that and your world changes for the better. It's crazy how it works. But that's the relationship to it. So I think what's really kind of going on, Scorpio, is that like y'all are trying to remember love. Y'all are trying to like, maybe in the people that you are running around and shaboinking with or trying to shaboink with, right? There's a certain somebody who's there to really hold it down. Word. But I do recommend Scorpio, y'all approach the world with the celebration. Like all the things that you wanted already happened. And that's how we're really bringing in that manifestation part. So Scorpio, the magnetism and the power is in your hands. It's just a matter of who you want to pick and what you want to pick. So good for y'all. So that's going to be for Scorpio, right? All right. So Scorpio, Pisces. Let's get into this. So this is going to be for Pisces. I'm going to keep it moving from there. So Pisces, we have for you two cards. We have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the woman walking in a garden having the best time. This is a lovely lady who smells good, walking through a garden, smelling the flowers, taking way too much time, spritzing everything. She just ate some strawberries that are fresh. You know, she's taking some grapes back to the crib. Like the Nine of Pentacles is like the quintessential beautiful lady just going about the stores for an entire day. Like there's like just enjoying themselves, window shopping, real shopping. Someone else is paying for their stuff. Nine of Pentacles is having the best of time. Pisces, y'all need to get back to this whimsy. I think y'all have been dealing with a lot. But on the bottom of this, we have the Ace of Cups. So Pisces, with the Ace of Cups, you're the one moving the emotional world. You're the one setting it forward. You're the one that people are coming to look for. You're the one that's like actually making that like feeling change, that feeling happen, right? So that's something I want you to like point out and keep in mind, that like with the Ace of Cups, you are literally in the control of how you not only display your own emotions and tap into them, but how you also distribute those emotions in that process as well. So that's something I definitely want to keep in mind to you all in that process. So yeah, that is for water. And then we're going to do earth. So let's get this earth part done. Keep it moving from there. Okay. Oh, all of that went to the absolute bottom of that water. Oh well. All right. It's for Taurus. Taurus, what we got for y'all? Taurus, we got the Hierophant for y'all too. It seems like Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, basically all the fixed signs thus far, have gotten the Hierophant. Y'all are stepping into a really different phase of your power. Y'all are not taking no shit no more. Y'all are like, no, I know why I'm here. Like, no, I know why this is here. No, I know why this is important. Like, y'all are not taking no shit, and I love to see it, right? the main portion to this, aside from just the Hierophant, we also have the Wheel of Fortune. Word. So Taurus, if you've been down on your luck, things are about to change. Taurus, if you've been like dealing with maybe you've been stuck in your own mode, things are about to change. Maybe you've been like, oh, I don't see the benefits for them. Things are about to change in a good way. In a good way. I think Taurus, y'all are getting in a direction where y'all are less caught up in the, oh, I have to do this at this point, and more in the, if I do it and enjoy it, I'm going to have a great time. So why don't I just do it and enjoy it? Like, that's the kind of vibe that I'm sort of getting from this, if that makes any sense to y'all. But yeah, Taurus, I think there's like a really strong part to this Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of change that's pulling up. You know what I'm saying? Good for y'all. Good for y'all. Y'all been doing the work. Taurus has been doing the work. I appreciate y'all. I always try to make sure to give y'all something. So I'm glad. It's for Virgo, right? Virgo, let's see what we got for you. Taurus, rising, Cancer, Sun, Aqua, Moon, factual. Appreciate the confirmation, you know? All right, let's get it one time. Virgo, right? Virgo. Back to work. Back to work, Virgo. Back to work now. Usually you're yelling that at everyone. Now I'm yelling it at you. No, but honestly, Virgo, this speaks to like working uphill. I hate to break this down to you, but like, excuse me. But Virgo and Aquarius are like the intellectual ops to one another because they're right about everything, but in a different way. Virgo is very right about what's right in front of us, and Aquarius is right sometimes on this like overarching scale. Same, very different. You're, as a Virgo, you're going back to this like drawing board. You're really like building this up from the bottom. But guess what? Whatever you're building next, Virgo, is actually yours. So Virgo, I think this is one of those things where it's like entrepreneur route, or like you trying to get a promotion at work, or like there's a lot of work to be done, but it leads to positioning if you are willing to do the work. Now, listen, I know some Virgos that I've seen who be bullshitting about the work that they do. You're screwed if you're doing that. What it's really speaking to is like, yo, you can't just show up as the Queen of Pentacles without putting in the work to become the queen, right? What did Randall say? She had the craziest quote the other day. She was saying that like in finding your power and in the divine feminine, like you can't be a goddess if you're just a victim to the world. And that's kind of where I'm like, Virgo, don't get too caught up in your head to where you're like, oh, because the South Node is like, y'all up right now, right? Anyone that got Virgo placements right now is like, I have to do something. I'm compelled to do something. Virgo, start the work. Don't try to take the role before the work gets done. Once the work is done, the role is yours automatically. So find that queen power within. You got this. And for Capricorn, I do need to take a hot second after this, to be honest. Just letting y'all know, I'm doing my best to rest in between stuff. I used to just talk 3 hours straight, and I was like, this isn't sustainable for the rest of forever. But yeah. All right, Capricorn. Speaking of the rest of forever, Cap, let's see what y'all got. All right. Capricorn, guess what? Y'all are putting in work too. Are you surprised? Capricorn, you're sticking up for what you've already done. And as a matter of fact, honestly, you might have been playing all the hats. Capricorn, I feel like you've been playing all the hats for a long time, but guess what? People know it's just been you this entire time. So yes, you've been playing all the hats. Maybe people haven't been giving you credit, but you're that person. You're the person to go to. You're the person that they rock with. You're the person that they're trying to get more information from and about. Like the Nine of Wands is like, yo, I spend this time. I built it brick by brick, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you screw it down just because you don't like that way. No, but genuinely speaking, and I do the thing Franklin Saints for sure, Cap. But aside from that, I think that there's a lot of like building and control that you're kind of coming into. And yeah, that's fire. I have to be back in just 2 seconds. I'm sorry, y'all. One second. Sorry about that, Capricorn. Hydration is a scam. I told y'all I shouldn't have ate. I ate. I'm satiated. Usually I be doing these, I be hungry. You know what I'm saying? I understand what they mean when they be talking about people where they're like, man, I miss the old music. It was back when they were hungry. And they had to go about it. You know, you get a little satiated. You're like, man. No, but let me stop. But Capricorn, for real. Just to get back to that. I apologize for the... I thought I could wait more. But the idea with this, right? This Knight of Wands, you're fighting the good fight. You're fighting a good fight, but now you're in control, right? And here's the best way I'll put it, Capricorn. If you leave, if let's say you take 2 days off of work, now that you've done all this work beforehand, everything falls apart. And then they're looking to you like, can you please fix this? And for all you know, you're like, of course I can. But let me get my promotion now. Capricorn, y'all about to really start being up with this. So pay attention. You know what I'm saying? You want to make it through the game, you got to know the glitches. I hope that resonates. But yeah, that's my take on Capricorn for this bit. And that's the Zodiac. We went through that, all 12 signs, right? Appreciate y'all for being here. I'm about to get into the mini readings in just a second. But before I do, I really do have to just have a show of gratitude. I did one earlier on my newsletter for the people that are there, because, like, you know, I've been doing this for 6 years now. It's just surreal going from doing this in the room. You know, I grew up in after graduating and not having any job prospects because everyone lied to me. And then be like, huh, you want to know what? Let me do my own thing. And 6 odd years later, from Aquarius season to Aquarius season, we're here. And I'm always grateful for y'all and appreciate y'all. And yeah, we have hit mini reading territory in just a hot second. Does anyone have any last minute questions about this overall moon? If so, please let me know. This is not what I was trying to click, but we're used to that at this point, you know. What I can say and what I will do is, just for the one more time, let y'all know this is the mini reading. But if I'm being so real about this, if y'all want to get the best quality reading of this, so to speak, right? The premium astrology reading is clearly the full 60-minute breakdown of your entire chart, right? But if you want to know what's going on in your world, this has actually been way more popular than I thought it would be. This is the Astro Tarot reading. So I just spent an entire hour with you going through your astrology, going through what's happening right now, tapping in with your progress chart, which is a thing that I'm going to start offering coming next month as well. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to also start the relationship reading thing again, because I do know it's important. I do know people are looking for that and trying to figure out, how do I present myself best? How do I get all sexy with it, so to speak? We'll be breaking all that down as well. And I have 6 years in the game of giving people all these readings that I can offer them to more people with full and pure confidence, because I'm him. If y'all didn't notice, I'm just tired right now, but I'm him. It's been taking me a while to accept that, but we out here. And if I'm him, that means you're her, you're they, and you're also him, because you're here. Or at the very most, you've been working on stuff so hard that amongst all the videos and things and lives that could have came up in your algorithm, this one did. That's not for no reason. So appreciate and love all of y'all who are here, you know. Ashley Jane, what's good? Hey, Misty, so glad you caught. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'll be doing them. I got to get better at announcing when I'm doing them. I'll usually only post them on Instagram. But stay tuned with the newsletter. That's where you're going to get everything else. But yeah, I think that's it for the main part. Thanks for this. Enjoy the rest of your evening, brother. Appreciate you, Art. Appreciate everybody else here. If you want to help out me and the channel, I would definitely just stay around. I'm going to... Brown Sugar. Is my astrology dating app live? No, I am not a part of that company anymore. There was some ill business going about and people mistaking kindness for weakness too many times. And with that being said, the app will fail. when I was there to help it, we had a great shot. Now, I would leave it alone. And I'm not saying that to disrespect it. I just don't believe fully in all of the people behind it. There's two of them I really do. Love them. They're great people. Not talking about y'all. I hope y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all cool people. We talk. We good. But as a generalization, but you want to know what I got? How head of production credit. So that's cool. That's a cool thing to put on my resume. Yeah. So the music reminds me I gotta leave a comment on that last class. I usually listen at 1.5 speed. Hey, low 5 feels for me. Who I appreciate it. Yeah, I made that one. I'm pretty sure. See, shout out to you, Brown Sugar. She said, if I'm not a part of it, I'm good. And I'm not saying that out of like me being cocky. It's just I genuinely I care. Like there was no, and the reason why I don't think I'm on anymore is because I had like things that needed to be put on for people who are looking for that, right? Like I am the inside source in terms of like the people I talk to y'all all the time. I know what y'all want in an astrology app. But when they don't see me for my talent and they see me for what I can do for them in another basis, then I can't respect the fullness of that. So I do not work for them or with them. And they still didn't send me my tax shit. So they're not on my good list. Now, when there is a better app, I will let y'all know. When I do the love readings and stuff like that again, I was working on the algorithm to bring the good stuff. So I know the stuff. I just want to make sure that it's in the right hands. And I don't think those were the right hands to take care of that, if I'm being transparent. So I don't associate with them. Or yeah, that's just that part. And I'm not saying this again to like crap on them. I'm just like, I don't want y'all to be like, hey, remember when he was doing that? And then like, you're going to be upset. You're going to be upset. You can't launch the same app 5 times and fail and then expect things to change when you don't change. That's all I got to say about that. Pay me my shit. Anyway, back to what I got to say. I ain't mean to get gangster with y'all real quick. They was trying to, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's respect. You know, like not everyone's going to respect you for your vibe. And everyone's going to really see you for who you are. That's okay. I don't see nobody downloading the app, though. But that's just me. Respectfully. Let's get back to it. I ain't even mean to talk shit, but hey. I ain't lying. When I get nervous, I tell the truth. All right, let's get Astro Matrix. Are you talking about Astro Matrix for? Yeah, that's not the dating app, but it is a good one. Astro Matrix is a good one. I will recommend Luna, but like clearly, I use it a lot. So like, shout out this. Use the code Chad10 if I'm not mistaken, for 10% off for your order. Look at that, I'm an influencer now. The anti-influencer, anti-podcast. We're out here. And don't apologize for standing up for ethics and knowing your worth. Oh, I'm really not. I'm doing this on some PR shit. Because someone's going to watch it and be like, you talking about it? I'll be like, yeah, what's up? Do the people need to know more? I don't like getting into in-between stuff like that. This isn't to like get dramatic or nothing like that. But as someone who doesn't seek that, and for someone who had to deal with that way too much, it didn't make any sense. So that's why I'm kind of like about that specifically. All right. And it wasn't just me that they screwed over, which is actually why I'm upset. It's not just me. It was like 4 other people that I cared about. So that's why I'm like, really different. I gotta say, I love the music during the commercial breaks and the video quality you're giving us is top tier. Fuck yeah. I mean, yes, darn. Sorry, YouTube. No, I appreciate it. That is my music in between. I have been, I'm getting back in the studio mode, you know? Hi, the Art of Letting Go studio. It's okay. We see you in the back. It's all right. You can step up. It's fine. Tell everyone say hello. It's all good, yo. I love when y'all be coming into these lives and stuff, and y'all be like, I'm sorry for being late. I'm like, first of all, I'm a Sag. I'm not always finna be on time unless I have to be on time. Then I'm always on time. But if I'm just bullshitting, I'm not on time. I'm meandering. I'm gonna be out late on purpose, just for fun. You don't have to apologize. There's a recording, but I do love when y'all are here. Truly, like I feel y'all all in here. So much love for real. Coming in at the end of service, you just missed out all the church. You know what I'm saying? We're a homegirl that call y'all the holy ones. I rock with that. I know your profile picture at the top of my head. If you in here, say what's up. But yeah. All right. So before I get sidetracked, and the itis fully takes me out because I did eat the best food before I got onto this. Let's get to the mini readings, right? So I think the first one's Ellen, because Ellen be Ellen be coming through lurking on these. That's my homegirl for real though. All right, let's go, Ellen. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. Let's get it, Ellen. This is for you. This is for you. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing the mini readings. What am I doing? I got to pull more than just one card. Oh, how silly of me. All right, Ellen. So here's what's going on. I know we talked recently and you're like, hey, I kind of want to take a departure from literally the art form that I know that you mastered. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, I kind of want to take a step away. Like, oh, I kind of want to take like a different route. Cause guess what? You really might, because you have this Queen of Wands energy. And I think, and I'm gonna just be frank, I think where the photography was your gateway into believing yourself, if I'm being so honest, just based off like what I'm getting from this, is like photography was the gateway into like you just knowing that you're able to be an artist, period. Like you're able to like just create and have people be like, yo, her shit is dope. Let's pay her. Let's get her in these right positions. I think that you really have gotten that part, but I'm gonna be so honest with you. You're gonna have this time frame of like low-key just like stress, because you're like, what if people don't just like me outside of just the photography or something like that? Ellen, this is a part of the process. I'm letting you know right now. And I love you. You my homegirl. I know that Scorpio moon be kicking your ass. So I'm just letting you know that lull that you get when you get into that next space, right? I know you're saying maybe you're selling your digital stuff. Maybe you do sell your digital stuff, and this is the, I should have never sold it. That's not the case. You're transforming. You're changing things. As a matter of fact, you're stepping deeper in your intuition. As a matter of fact, you're getting deeper into the you that you've always wanted to be. As a matter of fact, you're really getting to see beyond the limits, right? And maybe that is what the whole point of you trying to like get rid of that stuff and follow the next thing. And maybe you do buy the next thing up, or maybe you do see something else that's a completely different. Maybe you start picking up something else entirely. But the thing is, Ellen, is that you are moving forward for real. Things are making a change. And I'm really excited to see what comes of it, right? So this new moon in Aquarius, like you're about to move forward. Oh, look at that, Knight of Wands. So it's going to happen fast. I just want to point out that like despair feeling that, oh no, the world is ending, because a world is ending. And I hate quoting this dude, but he has too many quotes at this point. So when a good thing goes bad, it's not the end of the world. It's just the end of a world that you have with one girl, which is your camera at this point. You get the point. This is also the analogy, but you've been getting readings from me for the last, 5 years? I think you were here like year one of me doing astrology for real. That's crazy. Shout out to everybody in here that knew me when I had no hair. You were real. If you've been here this long, y'all the real ones. I rock with y'all. If y'all remember me when I had waves, and you still here, you know what I'm saying? That's love for real. But yeah, shout out to Ellen, my Sag twin, birthday twin. We out here. All right, so let's move on forward. Chris, what's up, Chris? I always appreciate your authenticity. Words are fun, and wisdom. Appreciate you. Mostly interested in career. Let's start off there then. Let's see what pops up, Chris. LMAO, no hair. I didn't have it. You know I ain't have no hair. Man, where's the shoot that we did? Because I'm trying to like, people don't, but hold on. Was it 2019? I'm usually pretty good at this. It was summer 2019, right? Wait. I'm gonna just find it. I'm going the wrong way. No, it wasn't there. It's gonna take me forever. I know people are waiting for their readings. Here we go. No. Ellen took these pictures later. She's a great photographer though. Like, I want to show your work that we did. Cause like that was like I think the second shoot that was the first shoot I did in LA as an astrologer, as a fact. Did we do that in October? I can't find this. That sucks. Whatever. It's cool. Love you and appreciate you anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'll just keep looking for this all day. I have to stop. I'm closing the laptop. I can no longer be bullied by my own thoughts. All right. Laptop's closed. Chris, this is for you. Mostly career. Let's see what's going on. Man, I didn't want to see the picture. All right, come on. One second. Fine. Sorry, Chris. I gotta find it. Take me forever. That's way too far. I found happiness then. This was before this. That's when I found happiness. That's when I got homeostasis. This is back in the day. This is like directly post crash out. I was just trying to help the world. Even, you know what? I don't feel like finding the exact thing, but I'm gonna show y'all the origin part because that's easier. So I'm just gonna show you the origin point. If y'all knew me, it's gonna be a blast from the past for some of y'all. Bullied by my own thoughts, you damn right. No one else could do it. So it's gonna be me. Let's see. All right, boom. There we go. This, if you knew me, this is 6 years ago. I'm just trying to figure it out. Do you see the sadness in my eyes? You see that? You see the sadness? You see the stress? Look at that. Look at that. I look old and young. We don't even know what's happening. Handsome guy, dealing with stuff, planets in the background, you know? Had a dream weaver. I had a vision. Look how far we've come. Okay. You knew my hair was that short. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah. Okay, Chris, this is actually now. Sorry. I know I got sidetracked. People were, where's the stuff? Fine, I'll find it. I'll give you something. I don't want to leave y'all empty-handed. All right, Chris, here are your 3 cards, and we have, I think, a few more people. Yeah, all right. So we have the Knight of Swords as your overarching theme. And actually right under that was the King of Swords. And you asked about this in career. This is either you or it's either you're the person that's getting this, like, let's say promotion or this step up, or someone that you've like really rock with is getting that promotion where they have to like hop in and step up. Don't know which yet. I'm gonna put, and I just stopped this and put it down, and it was the Ace of Swords. Chris, did you see that? Do you see that? Hold on. Let's see what's coming up. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Chris. Let's get it. Okay. Now, the world card. The world's changing, as we know. Your world's changing. I swear I got this for you last time. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did, because the world is changing, right? And on the flip end of that, you're sticking into your power. But there's some confusion that's coming on here. And the reason why I want to kind of, I know I mentioned it faster than I normally do, but I want to break this down in a way that makes sense. Chris, I really think in this position, you're almost learning too much. And I don't want to say it that way because I'm an advocate for learning as much as you can, right? Not old and young. I have Capricorn placements. It's definitely old and young. Anyway, idea though, right? Getting back to you, Chris. The career portion of things seems like it's coming up in steps. Like the night, like you ran the charge, then you're holding down your ideas that you had, and then they're like, oh, you're the person that has all the ideas. You need to be at the forefront. And by the time they kind of throw you in the front of things, to be so honest with you, you're gonna feel the hesitation. So I feel like the world is changing. People are seeing the work you're doing. They might even be trying to like put you up higher in this new position, or maybe you're just cutting through the noise in a way that other people can't, right? Here's the kicker. You have the capacity to really charge forward and make those things happen at work. So I know with the career portion, like, well, what's happening in career? I think there's some money to be made. I think there's some real vibes that are about to like truly come through, but let yourself take it step by step. And everything is in the swords energy, which is all mental. It's all cerebral. Look to the air energy in your chart. Look to see who you have to talk to a bit more to tap in. And that's going to change a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I just got here mid 2024. Hey, but that's so dope. Y'all connect in real time. Yeah, no, I appreciate y'all being here. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember names and stuff. So like, it's cool. I just love it. It's a good time. Thank y'all. Ashley Jane said, in your bedroom doing lives, being all masculine. I don't even be doing my voice for real. I'll talk at a way higher octave than I actually do, but that's trauma. We're working on it, when I start sounding all deep voice all the time, and that's just what that is. That'll be fun. But I have to present myself because let's talk like that. That's what people ask for. I swear it'll integrate one day. It'll all work itself out. All right. B. That's what it was. Okay. So this is for B, right? Been busy. You miss all this Jupiter, Saturn, and North Node stuff. That's crazy. No fine. All good. I know life is crazy. You're good. He's back. Bah, bah, bah. No, I just wanted to say that. Wanted to get another job away. Everything in me says patience for the next one. What does Spirit want to tell you? I got you. Okay. I didn't want to read the full thing out loud because I know that some of it's a little sensitive, but I got you. B, let's see what's popping up, right? What's up, KL? Worth the wait. Appreciate you sharing your journey with us too. It's important because like it reflects back, right? The only reason, like if I'm being so transparent, the only reason why I talk about my own story or ever mention myself is because I'm an Aries rising, and I know I help activate people's bravery or their courage. And I try to show you like, I have just consistently been nervous or scared about stuff, but just did what I felt was right to my heart as much as I possibly could. And that's what's kind of led me to this position. And even though I'm not the richest person in the room, in my pocket, I'm the richest person in the room because I'm the illest motherfucker alive. That's the difference between shit, right? But that's because of work over a long period of time. That's because of me knowing my astrology truly. I don't think I'd be this confident if I didn't know my stars. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I would. Like, I would be cocky, but I wouldn't be like truly confident. Like if it was for that, because like under the stars we wander, baby. Okay, B. Excuse me. LA's air is trash right now. Anyway, so the magician. All right, B. Looks like you about to start pulling some wild, fun moves, right? Now, the magician is really speaking to you gaining this different space in your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's really speaking to a different type of regard. Like you're really getting into a different space in terms of how you want to execute on the things that you're thinking on, right? You got the Hierophant card. I've been pulling the Hierophant card for all the fixed signs all day, right? And the idea behind this is that it's like, yeah, although the person has come back, you're like in a different space now, or you've been working on a different space. But I'm gonna be honest with you, B, and I hate to tell you this, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. You're like, oh, this is what I built up in this absence. I'm so great. This, that, and the third. And as soon as bro really starts to like do whatever else, you're going to melt like silly putty. You're going to melt like silly putty. You about to fold, shorty. You about to fold. And the reason why I'm saying that, and it's not a bad thing, because in you folding to like what had that you like just built up, you're actually ironically going to find better connection. So I know at first I'm like, oh, you're going to fold. And, you know, the joke is like, oh, you're folding up. But like genuinely, I think it's like you have a ability to create a different connection based off of the you that you worked up. And here's my biggest suggestion. Do not show up exactly like you were showing up before all of that stuff went through. Show up different. Show up with what you've been working on. And that's going to be bringing you a way different perspective and a different respect as well when that all comes together. Hope that helped me. Oh, man. My sinuses hate me. But hey, we ball. So, appreciate you for pulling through. And it's good to have you back. Make sure you check out those master classes, though. I even did a Saturn one. I've been going off. Go check those out. If you really want to get one, just message me. We'll figure something out. All right. Jennifer Diaz, let's go. Let's get it popping. Thank you so much for doing this for us live. Yeah, yo, 100%. I honor and appreciate the time and energy you put into these. It is low-key way more energy. Not everyone's built for this. I don't know how I do it sometimes, but I appreciate it. Thank you. Love the newsletter. Appreciate it. Yeah, the newsletter is totally unsustainable, but at the same time, I'm gonna keep doing them until I just do all videos. It'll happen soon. I'll just have my break and just be like, video only everything. And then I'm sure I'll be rich after that because that's how life works. But hey, we ball. So this is for you, Jennifer, right? Let's see. Love and money insights. What else are we looking for? You know, let's get it. First of all, my biggest suggestion in terms of this love in money insights, right? Act like you already got it. Like you do what you want when you pop in. Flaunt like you got it. You gotta act like. I've been in a lot of rich spaces with no money in my pocket and left feeling like the richest guy in the world, but that's a mental thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a mental thing. Newsletter is fire. Thank you. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to put it together, but hopefully it reaches the general audience the way I intended to, and everyone gets something out of it. That's really the goal. Anyway, back to you, Jennifer. So we have the King of Wands here. Excuse me. Actually, you asked about love and money insights. I'm gonna be honest with you. Mostly love stuff just popped up. Is there someone you're already looking for? Is there a fiery man somewhere that has already caught your eye? Because it seems as though it's like you already kind of know who you're trying to shoot your shot at or what you're trying to aim for, or better yet, who's trying to shoot their shot at you already knows that too. So the King of Wands in this position, right? This is somebody who's very passionate, very strong, and most likely has a lot of libido to do all these things that he does, right? The other side to this, we have the World card, right? The World card is, what world are you trying to make? It seems as though you're trying to open up a world built off of love and where you also obtain money, right? Very Leo Capricorn of you, I must add. But the idea behind this, Jennifer, right, is that it really is popping up as like you and this new random sudden stranger starting to get along for real, right? There seems like there's an actual, like, whoever has been, excuse me. Oh my God, my nose is messed up. Oh, it's been the worst. That's why I've been having to dip out because my sinuses they hate me. It's so bad. I'm doing my best, y'all. Okay, back to what I was saying. Sorry. The ADHD is also winning today. We just can't have it all. It's very Aquarian kind of time. This is the other side to this, though. The reason and the change that's going on here is that, like, legitimately speaking, this is love coming in. Or if this is not a love partnership, that is a money relationship that's about to come in, like ASAP, right? Yes, definitely Leo Cap in love with money. Not in love with money. I got you. So that's what I'm saying, right? The love part is really coming in right now. And the love part, typically, once you reach a certain level of comfort with that, that's where more money starts to generate, right? Sometimes you just have to be in that glee. Sometimes you have to just be like, I'm just with my partner, we're having the best time, and then boom, you know what I'm saying? And yes, the air out here in LA is just awful. It's so disrespectful right now. Thank you for understanding. I've been feeling crazy about it. I've been like, what? Appreciate it. I've been wearing my mask too. It's been ridiculous. Whatever. Life is life. We do our best here. We push forward. I've been long enough here to call myself Angelino, I believe. You know, how many years you have to be in LA to be? Oh, they say 10 years. Okay. Oh, minimum of 5 years. Yeah, I'm an Angelino. Woo, we're out here. Okay, anyway. Back to what I was actually finishing up on. The idea though, Jen, truly. And also, you know, the LA market for dating is trash. And so this is where this type of thing is that there's someone that's already kind of banking on you. And you'd probably be surprised at how invested they already are in that vibe, in that process. Yeah, you took a day off because you haven't been sleeping well. I'm glad that you have. Please continue to rest. If your person is at work, they're probably like, where is she today? Like, I'm telling you, there's this like steamy story that I feel like is going to start to develop over the next month for you. I didn't get a lot about money specifically right now, but I don't get the Two of Cups for nothing. Y'all at least gonna say hi, maybe mingle a bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, oh, it's a good time. Oh, the flu in the South, yo. Everyone stay safe. There's flu in the South. There's snowing down south. There's earthquakes in Maine. There's fires in California. There's snow everywhere. There's people all across the world just doing all types of crazy things. It's really important for you all to stay in your power. And I appreciate y'all for being here. Let me stop. But for real. This, I think that was the last reading too. Yeah, but Jen, you're somebody pulling through, Jen. That's all I gotta say, right? But I hope that helps, right? You didn't realize this was tonight. It's tonight to tomorrow, but technically it's in the wee hours of the morning. So if I'm being exact, just to give you some context, if I use LA time, right? Because clearly, but as I click this and I'm upside down again, if you missed this at the beginning somehow, you need to rewatch the whole video. So if you're watching this now, you're like, why is he upside down? You just gotta watch it. But it's the lore, you know. I might keep it this way for all we know. But the one thing about this is that this is happening at 4:35 a.m. in LA. So that's 7:30 a.m. on the East Coast. And if you're in a different time zone, I don't know. I've only lived on the West and East Coast, so that's why I always have that in my head. But yeah. Oh, Sahari, I freaking knew this is why I kept yapping. This is for you. Thank you so much. I was literally staring at this like there's something I'm missing. Fuck, man. Thank you for reminding me. I got you right now. You getting 5 cards. You deserve it. You waited. I appreciate you. Let's get it. Okay. You know I'm always good for it. But man, this ADHD be struggling. All right, let's get it. What's up? Kelsey's in the building now. We have reached the end of the main yap at this point. I'm talking stuff, you know what I'm saying? Something steamy. Yeah, it seems like Jen, to give you some context, it seems like it's like someone, it's not a regular dating situation, but it's somebody who just wants to be really a part of your time. And that's the best way to put it. So they're not going to necessarily try to knight in shining armor it, but they're going to just like be around. Like, you want coffee? Type deal, you know? What else? I think I missed one more thing. I got you, Sahari, in 1 second. Someone's watching this from the UK in the wee hours of the night. Y'all are bugging. I appreciate you though. Stand up watching from the UK. I have to be up in 4 hours. Y'all are great. Are you serious? That's much love. And yes, no problem on the Saturn mini reading. The mini readings are fun to do for y'all. And just to give y'all a little bit of tidbit into like stuff that's a little bit more gate kept. Okay, Sahari, I have the rest of your stuff up. And this is the main theme at the bottom of the deck. So we have the Ace of Cups. And I think this is actually low key as I'm pulling this. I feel like I would have pulled this for you on the full moon in Cancer had that time frame slid the right way. But I was dealing with the main Hall of Fires. So I'm sorry it slipped. But what I can say, the Five of Pentacles, I think this is why you first reached out. Like you hit a bottom point. And I want to point something out to you because I know you got a reading from me recently. Sometimes this happens. And like when you're activated, when you learn the new things, you're like, oh, I'm on this up and up trend. And then things suddenly like halt or like they don't work out the way. And it's like, what just happened? It's like, well, you just got to tune to your inner being. Things aren't going to just move the same exact way that you anticipated beforehand. It's not that things are falling apart. It's divine redirection. And I think that's really what's been happening for you. Hence this Temperance card. But guess what? After the Temperance card is the Death card. And this is where you're currently at. And this is what I mean by all this, right? After the struggle part, this is you reaching a certain type of balance, a certain type of homeostasis in terms of this. The Death card is coming up right now. This is where you're finally taking it all the way with the stuff that you've been working on, that you've been learning, that you've been downloading on, that you've been like really just like stewing in. This is when this all comes into its fruition. And guess what you're coming out as? Excuse me. Guess what you're coming out as after all this is over? The Empress. So guess what? Sorry, I think you're really going through the reclaiming of your divine feminine. I think you're going through the like full step in to all of those Venusian kind of energies, like stepping into that like real piece of things. And here's where I want to kind of give you some credence. You're going to step into your power, and then people are going to start trying to squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, UMG. Not really. Shout out Kenny. But why though? Why are the people tripping? Oh, I know why the people are tripping. Because they're like, hey, she's becoming that it girl. Let's try to take her out her power. But guess what I got on top of this? You got the King of Pentacles. So this is either you just being like, I am ignoring the BS and just letting myself invest back into myself no matter what. Or this is a benefactor. Or this is somebody who may be like able to round up the haters and get them to get back to work, right? Or like just get them out of your face in a certain sense. Excuse me. But there is a certain sense of like, you're changing, things are shifting. The King of Pentacles wants you to stand in that power still. So despite other people maybe like chirping at you or having these little remarks, your resolve is going to take things to the next step. So let's say all these people are talking crap while you're just trying to do your job. For all you know, there's a secret day where the district regional manager comes in and he just hides somewhere. And while they're all talking crap and keying and you're just the one that's like going ahead and like knocking all the stuff out that you got to do, they get fired at the end of the day. The reason why I'm saying this is like, let the people talk, because they're not talking about your spirit. They're trying to harm your ego, and you're really tapping into your heart in a way different space. Start there. All that other hoopla and bullshit is not where you're at anymore, but some people still are. Let them do that. This is part of that process, and you're going to come out stronger, and you're being protected by that King of Pentacles type of energy. So as long as you're sticking to the bag and to the truth and to all of that, things are going to start to work out in your favor. I hope that gives you some context, and I want to pull a few more things just because I know it's been a second, and I appreciate the patience in that regard as well. January has been so crazy. Please, February, chill out a little bit. That'd be cool. But oh my God, I'm gonna go because my sinuses are not playing nice with me. But I appreciate you all for showing up and being here and tapping in and just showing love. You know what I'm saying? Looking beautiful, Empress. I love seeing y'all talk to each other in here too. I'm just like, look at them go. You know what I'm saying? All the homies just having a good time with each other. It's a beautiful thing. I think somebody sent me a compliment earlier and they said I'm fine, and you know that. Thanks. But yeah, no, it's to reflect back at y'all, because anytime I'm here and I'm affirming myself, that's for y'all to realize that's what you could do. You know what I'm saying? So that's my fire sign take on that. Hopefully it does what it's supposed to do. If I wanted to just stay in my ego, I would have stayed just in the music industry, and that would have been horrifying. But I am still making music, and I'm getting back to it. I'm very excited. So yeah. Anyway, thanks. Appreciate y'all for being here. Thank y'all to the lucky stars, to the holy ones, to the the other mavericks of the world, so to speak. I'm gonna go to bed. Happy new moon. I hope everything that you're aiming for and trying to manifest comes true tenfold, 20-fold, 30-fold, more. So stay up, stay beautiful. And the mini readings are still open for later. I just won't do it right now, clearly. But okay, bye.